Good evening, fellow listeners. Welcome to tonight's main event. In the back corner, he comes in at 5'2", 120 pounds. He is the bearded charmer, the little hippie, the mister that was a sister. He is your host, Guru Brando. In the regular corner, he comes in at 5'4", 160 pounds. He is the Rocket Man, the Crafteteer, the Mario Man. He is your co-host, Regular Joe. Welcome to the greatest show on earth.
Hello, welcome to Positively Entertaining Conversations with me, Guru Brando, and sometimes co-host
Regular Joe.
Joe. We have some shit to talk about.
Kind of missed the Joe Schmoes though.
I
That was
don't.
hilarious.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
All right, because it was our little tribute to regular Joe.
I'd say.
I said little tribute to.
Yeah, little. Damn Pinocchios.
I know we're all really short. That's why we have to have these tall
And Ben's
chairs.
back
so-
here with the strings on you guys.
Oh
playing
my
the pedal.
gosh. It was really cool that Ben was able to stop by and do that too.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually meet him.
I know,
He
right?
sounds like a real great guy, and hopefully him and his family come out to the.
That's what I was about to say. So you are hosting an event for us.
Yes,
What is it?
it is going to be a movie night at the Hess compound.
What are we watching?
I don't know yet. I have to come up with some movies, and I was going to make a poll.
My hat's crooked.
Well, it's just your head.
That too. You're gonna make a poll?
I was going to make a poll, list some movies, and let everybody kind of decide and see what. Because it's going to be kind of hard to do because we have to make it like a family event.
Right.
So
So
you
we
got
can't pick like Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah, right.
I know, right? I
Yeah.
was like, that was my first thought.
Right.
But that's okay because we don't need to be watching that shit anyway.
Right. I got the new Tom and Jerry movie.
Oh my God, we like that. We love Tom and Jerry.
I'll have to pick out some and see how many young folks.
Now, I want to point out something that people don't know about you that
Uh-oh.
you have no idea is something to be proud of. Are you ready for this?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No more surprises. I don't like surprises. You gave me too much surprises.
So, I am a surprise.
He's
So-
lying, whatever it is, folks.
So, Beth and I, and most everybody we know, gets bootleg ass movies. So, we download whatever we can get because we're bad people. That's what it is. But you, however, you will buy the Blu-ray.
Right.
But not just because, it's what you want to watch, but you're a decent person who knows the value of film, or the value of entertainment because you'll spend money on toys, you'll spend money on movies, you'll spend money on events and trips.
Right.
You will freely spend money on experience, right?
Right.
That's very different than people who are constant ego seekers that want to just buy it to show it off. You understand?
Right.
So that's what's super cool about you is you buy things because those things provide jobs for other people. Like,
Yeah, because you're basically stealing money out of their pockets.
right.
To me, that's
so
the way I think about
yeah.
it.
And so for people even like my Aunt Donna and I and everyone in my family, we like to thrift shop. Now, we like to thrift shop because we like to renew and reuse things that
Yeah,
are
I found
already
some cool Mario stuff in thrift shops.
right. And you actually do both. You support the economy by buying new because
Right.
that's an important thing too, people. Because like I'm a small business
Yep.
and I have my gift shop and I have new items, but I get I have vendors that are only family owned, minority owned, green companies or companies that provide for villages. So I monitor who I get things from. That is not as important for like Walmart and things like that. But
Your big brick stores.
right, but
and mortar.
occasionally you do buy those things because they're important to you.
Right. And that's just like I just bought 2 Matchbox cars, off Amazon,
Mhm.
but it was from the third party seller.
Right. And
Yeah.
that helps them.
Right. And I knew, the price that I paid for these cars. I
Yeah.
knew they were high, but it's going to his pocket, so
Right.
I don't
So
care.
yeah, you're
I'm
supporting
enjoying the entertainment out of him. He's getting a little money off of him.
because
all-
you understand this one thing that people forget. Hey guys, money is not necessary for survival. It's necessary for entertainment and thriving.
Yeah, you can't take it with you, so might as well spend it.
Exactly. And so, if you didn't have money, could you survive? So if you were limited, if you only had I don't know, could you live on a budget of $50 a week? Just in survival. That means just food, clothes, and shelter. If
I don't
you
know.
had to.
I like food.
I do too. Hello. But logically, could you? Could you devise a way to live on $50 a week?
Maybe. Might have to extend that budget a little bit, but maybe.
Okay, what do you consider your survival needs?
Food.
Okay, so food is number one. Could you grow your own food?
Yes.
Okay, could you have chickens for the eggs?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you could do that, but the investment would
I
be.
was a farmer. I can do a lot of shit.
So see, the investment would.
Yeah, all right. Now I can see where you're going from this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you.
Yeah, $50. Yeah, I could. Yeah.
You could totally live on that, right?
Yep. Because what? 4 chickens or what?
Yeah.
$5. Hell, that's 4
Well,
meals.
the first thing you would do is you would figure out how many calories you need to eat in a day to survive. Because we're only talking survival.
Well, if we're going to be doing math, I'm really screwed.
Well, you could write. I know you can add. You have 10 fingers and toes.
Oh, yeah. And also use your phone as a calculator if you have
Oh,
that.
see?
But
That's
okay. That's a necessary though. You might
Let
not
me
have that.
let me tell you what brings this up. Because
We could just send smoke signals to each other.
there you go. We could use the can string thing. We made one of those.
Yeah. That'd be a long way to go though.
But what brings this whole thing up is because Beth and I were talking about this morning our privileges, right? And how we are very entitled right now. We really are, because we survived COVID, physically, but also financially, we're still okay. A lot of people aren't, right?
Right.
So I was sitting there complaining last night. Not really. I was joking, but I was making a point about it. We had pizza left over from, Thursday night pizza night. So I had pizza in the fridge that I could have for supper, or I had beans and cornbread that Beth made me, which was spectacular. So I was looking at it going, oh my God, this is impossible. I just don't even want to pick. I'm just not going to eat. So I was sitting there saying, I'm going to sit here hungry because I couldn't decide on which I wanted to eat.
Well, just put a blindfold on and go, there you go.
But do you understand how stupid that is? Because I once was eating pizza out of a Domino's dumpster. That's why I keep Thursday night pizza night, because whenever I was destitute, I was eating. They would throw out in Amarillo. They would throw out on Thursday night the pizzas that were left, or Thursday the pizzas that were left from the day before.
So what did you do? Sit there and scope out whenever they came out the back door?
I lived behind, sort of, in this alleyway. I lived back there. And
so you're one of these peeping toms, but you're looking at the dumpster.
Right. They actually would put. There was a couple of employees there that would put them in a bag, trash bag, and tie it, and set it out next to the dumpster, because he knew that we would, get it.
That's cool though.
I know, it was amazing.
Yeah, that's neat.
And
at least they realized that that somebody needs it, and they could.
Right. Now
That's cool.
that wasn't all the time. I couldn't always get them there. So whatever was thrown out in the dumpster, we would open up and we would eat this pizza. So for a while, that I couldn't eat Domino's, for a while. But now, that's what was in the fridge, and I was sitting there going, Domino's pizza, or comfort food, beans and cornbread, which, like I said, was amazing. So I'm sitting there trying to decide. And at that moment, I realized, just how shitty I was. I really was.
Right.
And then it carried over to today, where this morning, I'm sitting here talking to Beth, and I was like, I'm frustrated right now, trying to work, when I've posted something very inspirational for people and everyone loves it. And so I keep getting comments. And I was getting frustrated with myself because I kept getting distracted.
Right.
You know, when all I had to do was minimize it, but I had posted it and I wanted to keep up with it, and it was for the business. And so because I'm not committed, I think, to social media, it made it very difficult for me. And so I was sitting there complaining that I was inspirational.
All right.
And I was like, oh my God, why am I being so shitty lately?
All right. Hey, that's kind of like, too, you know, I always message you and stuff like that. You know, now I got Beth message me.
Yeah.
But it's all cool shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's really cool stuff that she's sending me, you know.
I know,
But now she's making my crafty budget go up because she keeps sending me stuff. It's like, damn, I could make that. You know, that would be cool on the wall. You know, but thanks, Beth. Great job.
She does that with food and me. You know, she'll show me food and I'll be like, yes, do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I think she's doing it on purpose.
That's
I think
fine.
she is. I think
I'll just have to extend my budget a little bit.
Yeah, so we're talking about that. The budget thing.
Right.
So if you had to, could you just survive alone on $50 a week?
As what we talked about before, yes, I could.
Okay, because the reality is you could wear, you know, clothing that's donated, stuff like that.
Right.
You know, you could survive.
Right.
What does it take, though, to not be surviving, but to actually thrive? Is it the effort or is it the money for you?
It'd be probably the money.
Okay, so tell me, why would it be the money for you?
Because I like money and I like to spend it.
Just keeping it real, man. Just
Real,
keeping
yeah.
it real. But it's because of what, though? Why? I mean, why do you say, I want the money, I don't want the effort?
No, I would say the money because I'd rather have the money. But if I didn't have the money and if I had the effort, I know how to do that.
So you would pay for convenience items, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, that's what thriving looks like.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
so that's what I was asking, because if you're telling yourself that you don't deserve more than you do right now, then explore that. Because if I were sitting here saying I never deserve something new because I don't want to support that, right?
Right.
Okay, if I sat here and say I never deserve it, I wouldn't have been able to accept this awesome gift. And this, do you see what it says, everybody? And y'all that are just listening, it says URANUS Gas and Lube Company. That's right. This is a t-shirt that my family member gave me when we went to meet on Saturday.
You get all types of gifts.
I did, and she gave me a really cool sticker that's right here.
Damn, you get rockets.
It
you
says,
get
I know, it says, you are a goddamn magical unicorn.
shirts.
They totally nailed me. So, if I did not understand that I deserved more than survival, I would not have been able to accept this willingly.
Right.
I might have taken it, but I would have felt guilty. I feel no guilt accepting gifts because I would give gifts, right?
Right.
All right. So if
Oh,
you
yeah, I get a goddamn sticker.
if you give if you give gifts, then you're able to receive them if you're giving them with good intention and goodwill. But if
Still
you're
waiting.
giving it, my presence is your gift.
Oh God,
This-
here we
this
go.
beard.
His head's gonna be swollen.
Being able to gaze upon the magnificent beard.
Oh, here goes Pinocchio again.
And you know what? And you bring me a drink every single time. Why do you do that?
Because I would kind of feel shitty if I'm sitting there drinking a soda and you don't have none.
You shouldn't.
I feel
Because
guilty.
that's silly.
Because I know that Brando would like an ice cold soda and I'm over here drinking one and it's like,
Yeah, it's delicious.
that's just not right, so I'll fix it next time.
But you know what I would do? If you
You're
kept
probably pissing mine, wouldn't
if
you?
you, if you kept looking over at my drink and you wanted one, I would look at you and I would say, if you want one, you need to ask me. See?
Uh,
But what you do is something different. It's called a kindness and a courtesy. The courtesy part is you value when others share with you, so you want to share with others.
right,
That's why you initially say, I would feel bad if I were drinking this and he didn't have one.
right.
So you're courteous. And see, you like to pretend that you have this badass rep, that you're hard and this
Me?
rocket built. Yeah.
No,
But you're really
I'm all
not.
flat and fluffy.
You are. You are a wonderful, kind, and courteous person. And I
Damn,
do.
you're doing your nose disc grow again.
Shut up. My sister calls me Waynokio because my brother's name is Wayne, and I look just like him. And so she's saying, I'm Winocchio. But seriously, okay, so you're kind and courteous,
Don't
but
say that too loud, man. You're gonna scare these
I
people.
know, but I need to return the favor. So that's when you have to tell me what you value, and I know you value my time because you tell me that. You say, thank you every single time I give you an idea, which is frightening.
And Beth.
And Beth, yeah. But you appreciate our time, right?
Well, yes, and I also appreciate you guys thinking of me because you guys come up with
Come up with what?
ideas, that I like.
This is the deal, Joe. Even if I try to give you something, you don't take it. I can say that because I've
That's
offered.
not true because you gave me lots of knowledge and lots of positive thoughts.
Yes,
that
and you
woke,
have used it.
and woke me up. So
The only thing you've allowed me to really give you is that roller coaster and my opinion. And that's it. I guess my skills, some of my skills.
well, yeah, of course your skills
And
because the stuff that I learned from a long time ago when I did learn them and I was doing good and I became a hermit Joe. Then I started coming over and talking to you. It's like, damn, I heard that before. Then you start thinking about what you learned before and what you tell me. It's like, damn, that's the same shit. Wake up.
Speaking on that, we discovered something cool that my aunt Sarah told me, which was that another family member, my uncle, was this really high-speed rocket builder and etc. Like he was on this team. And it was really cool because I said, see, the universe knew that you and I have always known each other because you're the one that has inspired me to even look at rockets. And there's something inside me. Y'all just don't even know. Now I know I must get it from the family because there's something inside me that woke up that said, I want to light stuff on fire and make it go. I want to see it like it is a real quest. I mean, I like seeing it,
Right.
and I wouldn't mind building it, but I'm not artsy fartsy like you, so I'll let you have that artsy fartsy stuff.
Well,
But
we have to go get a level 0 and you have to learn how to put one together.
it's really cool and it's super interesting. And so where you have opened my mind was with your skills and talent, and I've opened yours with my skills and talent. So now whenever I say, hey, when we come over for family game night, what can we bring? And you say nothing, you're not allowing me to return the favor, are you?
No, because you're my guest in my home, so I provide it.
You're always going to have a damn excuse, aren't you?
No, actually, that's how it's always been.
Okay.
You come to my home, that's just like having a movie night. What am I
Right.
going to do? Tell them to bring their hot dogs and not cook them? No, I'm going to
Yeah.
provide all the stuff for them, and
You
guys come over and
you
enjoy
ain't
it.
never grew up in Texas because you know what? Texas is a BYO everything. Bring your own lake sometimes. It's just and
Just bring your own body. There you go.
yeah, bring your own body. And that's
Movie night.
it's funny because that's how Beth and I are too. We don't ever want anyone to bring stuff, but you know what? My friend Mandy, every single time, if I tell her no, don't bring anything, just you, she's still gonna bring something.
Right.
But you would too. You would too. You would break your own rule. If I told you not to bring anything, you would still do it. Tell me why.
I wouldn't. Because I have.
You're so full of
No,
shit.
because Krista can go vouch on this one for me. Because every time that she would have something, I ask her the same thing. You want me to bring something? She says no.
Okay.
So then I don't do it.
Okay, well, we'll just see. I'm going to test that theory at some point, so you better be on guard, brother.
I'm always on guard when you're around.
I know. You never know what's going to be said or done.
Right.
So, you had an experience, is what I'm leading into. You had an experience for those that don't really follow us on Facebook and stuff. You did talk about it on there, but you have built a very special rocket.
Yes.
Talk about that rocket.
I built a rocket and it represents the pride flag
Why is that important to you?
because I have met very special people through Brando and Beth and leads to other people, you know, and you kind of changed my ways a little bit about how to think about that. So, to my contribution to it, I guess you want to say, because I don't want no.
Yeah, you're an ally.
I don't want no. I didn't do it for myself, and
Right.
I didn't do it to get publicity.
Attention, right.
out of
That's
it.
what makes you a genuine ally.
I just did it because it'd be cool. It'd
Yes.
be something different to do, and
Yeah. And then you did what with it?
Yeah. well, I decided to. I knew it was going to happen. I decided to put it on my Facebook page, on my two rocket pages, my rocket group pages on Facebook.
You're so nerdy. Just saying that, just hearing you say that. It's
Well,
like,
then
wow.
I was a total of 3. Well, 2 of them I got banned from. Then on
Like immediately too.
yeah,
right?
it wasn't even worth 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I was already getting hate messages, texts, and everything else. It wasn't even 5 seconds. My phone was blowing up.
And when it initially happened, your flash feeling, that first feeling was what? You were pissed.
Oh yeah, I was pissed.
So tell me why you were pissed. What made it personal?
Because when the guy was sitting there, I can't remember exactly because I deleted him, but you know, supporting, I can't remember.
The LGBT?
Yeah, supporting them. You know, then he started calling me a white cracker.
Yeah.
And
Well, he was African American,
right.
and you felt like of all people, he should understand what it feels like to be discriminated against,
Exactly.
right?
But then he wants to try and call me a white cracker, and I'm hanging around with, I don't remember, stupid, idiot.
Yeah,
people.
whatever he said, just derogatory stuff,
Right.
just stupid stuff.
Stupid shit.
So when he said that, and you immediately had that flash, like, holy crap, you did something that normally you wouldn't do, and you ignored it, you blocked it, you didn't worry about it, you didn't
Right.
take it personally. Whereas old Joe may have taken it more personal.
Oh yeah, it would have been game on. It would have been
But you understood this one simple fact. It's his issue, not yours.
right. I
He is the
didn't-
only one that was triggered by, well, he wasn't the only one, but in that moment between the two of you, he was the one that couldn't deal with it. So your experience being kicked out of those groups, you simply said, you know what? What my group then?
Yep, don't need you. Bye.
Right.
See you.
So on the other group, you got a lot of positive feedback, right?
Right. It was like 143 likes and
See?
all types of positive stuff, and a lot of people even took my back because there's other people starting to hate and all that other crap. And but it was cool though. It was a positive experience because the universe came full circle.
That's right. Do you feel like maybe it reached one person that said, I don't have to fear?
I think it affected a lot of people.
I did too.
Because even one person on there that was on the group
Don't
I-
vape.
that I never knew in my lifetime was on the Facebook page.
Right.
He messaged me personally and said, you know, very nice comments, you know, and it was like, wow, you know.
And that's big stuff. You know, it's big stuff whenever you haven't been exposed to it before.
Right.
And whenever I told you, yeah, you know, this is normal for us.
It's
This is every single day. As a matter of fact, my dad fears our pride. He fears it every single time I have something that shows pride. He feels like he needs to move out because he's afraid someone's going to burn the house down.
yep.
You know, and how do I make him understand that I'm not going to be afraid to advocate for myself?
Right.
Because it's the fear that keeps it all acceptable, that keeps the abuse acceptable, right?
Right.
Because if you don't talk about it, it doesn't exist.
Right.
So now,
And I was even talking to my mom this morning because I have to go out there and do something for her later if they get done here. And I kind of told her about my experience, you know, and I told her, and she come by and says, "What the f? You got banned from 2 Facebook pages because of a pride rocket?"
yeah.
You know. And I was like, "Yep." So I got kicked out, but then I told her about the third group that I was in, you know, with all the positive thoughts, you know,
And so, see, the universe is sorting it out for you because
not
it
pride rockets, rainbow. What do they call
Right.
it? Rainbow
Rainbow
warrior?
Rock, yeah,
Rainbow warrior or something.
yeah, Rainbow Warrior. So you see, though, the universe is sorting it all out for you and saying, Joe, it's time for you to get better friends, better influences,
Yep.
because if they don't accept that, they're not genuine people.
Right. And this is like I said when I went live. You know, I'd rather have. You know, like you, what?
LGBTQ.
No, I
what?
used. Cause I always said the
Oh.
different folks. You know, I don't like
Oh,
using.
yeah, okay,
You know,
different.
I don't
Yeah,
like using
labels.
labels.
Right.
You know, they're
Different folks.
different folks just like me. You know,
Yeah.
I'd rather have them. You know, I'd rather have you guys than the straight people because
Yeah.
it's crazy. I mean, I couldn't believe it. 5 seconds, and it was just.
Well, you know, at least.
They seen them damn colors, man. They just want ape crap.
Yeah, but at least you didn't engage in the drama.
Right.
And that's the big takeaway for me is I'm really proud of you because you didn't engage in the drama.
Yeah, I just sat there and laughed and almost fell off my dinosaur.
But initially you have to watch that trigger, right? Because initially that old Joe still rises up
Yep.
because you always will. That's your lesson in life. You're always going to be tested.
Yep.
And if you're not, it means you're not worthy of living. If the universe never gives you shit, then it means you're doing something wrong.
Right.
Because that's the way we grow and change.
You know, yeah, if they want to come challenge me, well, that's fine. You better just have your backing because old Joe comes out, it's game on.
I am not letting old Joe ever out of his cage again. I'm going to make sure that you're behind closed doors all the time.
Well, you never know. It might happen. It might come up. You never know. Because me and you go out, I'm just saying, me and you go out somewhere, you know, together, and you're like, oh my God, these fuckers hanging out with a trans. You know, it's going to be hard about my tongue, brother.
I know it will. And do you know, though, that that's how it feels for a lot of people when they see kind of the unequal treatment?
Right.
You're getting an awareness that you didn't have before. But you have to understand that I don't fear it.
Well, I know you don't fear
You
it,
know?
but it's just for me because I know you're my brother from another mother,
Yeah.
which I care about you. You know, I ain't going to have this schmo back here going to start rattling his mouth because I can rattle too.
Well, I would kick somebody's ass for you too, or at least strip down naked so they ran.
Well, and that's going to be the funny thing too because they're going to get in a fight with you and they're going to get bitch slapped and punched at the same time.
That's right. So, bitches, please.
Yeah.
I got it all covered.
We got it
I
3
am-
on 1 instead of a 2 on 1.
I am not beyond pulling a bitch's hair. I will do that shit. I was trained in the great art of the cat fight. So I can do both.
Lordy.
Well, Joe, is there anything besides the graduation party that's coming up? But the graduation party, movie night, and what else am I attending? I'm attending the graduation party. Oh, game night. So game night. So we're going to be spending a lot of time together.
Oh,
we
Lord, help us
have
all.
to. I know we have to record
And wait a
some
minute,
stuff.
we're having Beth too.
Yes, of course, Beth's going to
Right.
be there. She's my sidekick. Have you watched that movie, Sky High?
That sounds familiar. That one sounds familiar.
Okay, you watched Step Brothers finally.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your favorite part?
I think all of them.
So how many times have you watched it now? Just once?
Just once.
Mm.
Me and Karen.
The more you watch it, the funnier it gets.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
got to be because there's so much funny shit you have to miss something.
Did Olivia watch it with you?
No.
Oh my God, she's got to watch it too.
Yep.
So would you agree that you're Nighthawk and I'm Dragon?
Yeah, because that's exactly what Karen said during the whole movie. Oh my God, there's regular Joe and there's Guru Brando. There's Guru Brando and
I
regular
know.
Joe. I can
It's like-
see you guys are going to get together. You're going to cause all this mayhem.
That's exactly it. Do you want to go do karate in the garage? Yep.
Yep.
So So I'm working on a project. I've been working on it for a while, but I've been busy. I took some time off to do this ancestry thing, but I'm working on a slideshow presentation for the Positively Entertaining show that mimics the boats and hose thing.
Oh Lord.
So
Boats and hoes.
I already
Yeah.
have the song written and everything. So we'll see how that develops and if we actually make good on it. Because things come up and you never know. You can't predict the future, right?
Right.
And if you can, you need to come work for me because I could
Boats
use
and
you.
hoes.
It was pretty epic. That movie's great.
If I could remember that, she's laughing so hard one of these times I'm gonna fall down her shore. That's kind of like my favorite saying, but I gotta get the word right.
We're gonna have to get some T-shirts. We're gonna have to get T-shirts with Nighthawk and Dragon.
Oh
You
Lord.
know I'm all about the T-shirts,
Yep.
and if y'all follow us on Facebook, you'll see on my profile page that the shirt that I'm wearing today is on there, and the back of it's pretty hilarious. Why don't you read it for the folks?
URANUS Gas and Lube Company. We pump it in the front and lube it in the rear.
It's so perfect. And your shirt's kind of cool too. It's a Sesame Street shirt.
Yep, I got my smarts on the street.
I have the same shirt, by the way. It's just a different color.
Yeah, I got another T-shirt too, but I never washed it yet. So
You never washed it yet?
nope.
Are you committing to using that as a real sentence?
Don't sound good.
There's only so much I can do at a time with you, Joe. We can't work on the grammar. We've just got to work on the attitude first. You've been doing really outstanding though with your attitude lately.
Right.
You don't seem to be as frustrated.
Nope.
But you know what? You give me an awful lot of props. So when was the last time you gave yourself props?
Well, about the other day when I got the rocket finished.
Yeah?
It turned out pretty nice.
Exactly. When before would you have done that? Would you have been brave enough to do something like that before?
No.
So that's pretty big success for you, wouldn't you say?
Right.
What else are you doing that you don't normally do?
Come over here and talk to you. Be on the podcast.
But there's something that you've done recently. You've discovered a place that was lost to you for a while. And you're going to visit that place at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk about it, but you can
Well,
just say it like that.
Well, we talked about before the podcast, and my racing days in Highland, and I lost my good friend, my other brother from another mother, from lymphoma cancer, and I probably haven't been to his gravesite maybe 15, 20 years. So then, as we
That's
talk about it,
intense.
and what you told me and stuff, you got to kind of push the boundaries a little bit and step outside the box some more. I went and I knew kind of where it was at, but I really didn't know where it was at. But I did find out where his cemetery is located at again.
And that's a huge step because you weren't looking at it before. You actually reached out to find out.
Right.
How did that feel reaching out?
Yeah, it just brought back a lot of memories.
Did you talk a little bit or no?
No.
No. So keeping it simple.
Yep. So the next big step is to go out there and talk to my brother.
That's going to feel good. And I had a very similar experience to what you went through. Today I uncovered something that I hadn't looked at in a long time, and it was some videos and pictures of my mom shortly before she died. I hadn't looked at them. It was some that I sent home to Beth for the kids the last time I saw my mom alive. And I found them this morning, and she died of cancer, and your friend died of cancer. And I was talking to a client this morning who also was experiencing a friend who has cancer. And so it has been consuming my morning. And when the universe keeps putting a lesson in front of me, it gives me a little cause to pause. And it makes me go, should I listen to this message? Is there something I need to be learning, right?
They're going to put more on your plate than but they're going to put more on your plate than what you can handle. But it knows that you can handle it all.
Right.
It's going to take time to get through it all, but you can do it.
Yeah, because if we
That
didn't,
was positive advice.
it was
Woo!
great.
There we
Sometimes you
go.
do that. But it always comes full circle, right?
Right.
So the lesson in this is I know what I need to do to keep myself healthy and aware and mindful that things like vaping are going to kill me if I continue to do them. Things like eating an entire pizza on Thursday, which by the way I haven't done in a while. I'm exaggerating their Totino's pizzas,
Stay away
but
from my
still.
pantry.
I know. Oh my God, you eat like shit. And it's so fantastic though because that is how I want to eat. But if
Just
I
have
can't,
the other cupboard that's
right?
food.
Yeah, you're gonna have to lock that shit.
Yeah.
But and it's because I smoke pot. You know, I
I'll get
smoke
it
pot.
switched on Saturday before you come, so all my goodies are gone.
Yeah, put in a code,
Right.
secret code. But you know, for me, I know what my habits are that are going to kill me. And I know that because I obsess about it. Because from the moment I was born, I tried to survive. You know, I've been in survival mode for so long that all of my bad habits is what keeps me feeling safe and normal. And now I need to switch to that thrive mentality
Right.
about my health again. And so in June now, I'm going to start running through my own program so I can get back on track. Not that I'm going to be the, poster child for health, but I'm going to trim down. I'm monitoring my diet. I'm increasing my water and my activity, and I need to try to not vape so much.
I won't follow you on that journey.
Well, you don't have to.
That's good.
But whether you want to or not, you technically will be following me on that journey because you're my friend. And I know that you will support and encourage
Well, I'll
me.
support you, but
Yeah. Well, that's all I need.
you just give me your snacks and I'll eat them for you.
Yeah, that is support. Believe it or not, because
So we're gonna go camping and we're gonna have to fucking go get grass and fucking snails and shit.
I don't eat that crazy stuff. I would never eat a snail. I like eating raw vegetables,
So we
so
can go fishing and catch our own fish.
I will absolutely eat fish. I
Yep.
will catch them, and we have plenty of worms out here. So
Wormies.
yes, Joe, is there anything that you think that you and I've learned together that we didn't know before?
Shit, we learned a lot about each other.
Yeah, like
And I don't even.
I think the biggest thing is we learned that we're very similar and super unique at the same time.
Yep.
You know, because you do like really cool stuff and I do really boring stuff. You're like
Because
you're the
you know,
exciting
it goes
part.
back. You know, if you weren't the person like we always talk about, it goes back whenever. You know, if you weren't the person that I can't even talk.
That's okay. If I wasn't the person that
I thought you were,
yeah,
you know, none of this would have came out.
right.
None of it.
Right.
Absolutely none of it. Because I would have been, you know, because like you said, you know, it took me a long time to get on this crazy podcast journey, but it opened up to positively entertaining fun.
And you know, it's helped so many people, not just alcoholics, not just siblings, because you were on here with your sister, not just people going through grief like you have with your friend and your dad, but it helps regular Joes to identify the same thing that you and I learned, which is we are all the same in our humanity, but we're all unique in our experience.
Yep.
And so if we continue to share our experiences, other people will get that too.
Right.
It feels kind of good when you learn that, right?
Yep. Go out and meet them, talk to them, sit down. You never know what the little journey will be.
And it's so crazy to hear you say that because that is the opposite of who you were claiming to be.
A long time ago, yes.
Yeah, it's just even whenever we first started talking.
You grew on me.
Like a fungus.
Oh, God. Now I got to go and take a shower.
I know, right? And I'm okay with growing on people.
Yeah. You have that certain personality, you know.
It's called Southern Charm, Joe.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Well, that's what people say.
Oh.
I think it's just dysfunction. Because I'm fun.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not always fun. You've seen me kind of serious, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see me serious, too, so.
Yeah, I've seen you pissed as hell, too.
Well, that ain't really pissed.
Well, I'm not talking about
That-
with
that-
the rocket. I'm talking about with your experience on the toy aisle.
Oh,
Oh, with
oh,
stickers.
oh yeah, that, yeah, yeah,
So you were pissed as hell because someone wasn't courteous, and you were pissed because you expect people to be courteous because you are.
right.
Yeah, and that's the problem, people, that we all have is we assume that everyone else should act like us. But
And
some
what's
people
kind
do
of funny
not
too
have the
is
skills.
what's kind of funny too is a woman comes up and pushes a man out of the way. You know,
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
what the? Mm,
And I had to tell you, guess what? You don't know what's going on with her.
right.
Maybe she has, issues, just social
Well, I
issues.
just think it was something that I got with all the stickers and stuff from my other rockets, my other ideas and stuff. You know, she probably thought there was something good there that.
But did you ever stop and think that maybe she's a lot like Emily and Quentin, where she may be on the spectrum, she may
Right.
not
Well, that's
know it,
why I walked away.
Yeah.
I just, I walked away.
Yeah, you
And,
didn't chew her ass.
right.
I was proud of you.
Well, then actually Karen left too. Karen went on the end of the aisle, and I left, and we just stood there and she walked down the other way, like, well, let's go try
But
it again. Well, I'll be
that's
damned, here she comes again. It's like,
that's
all right,
the
I'm done.
lesson in it, though. It's kind of like I tell Beth all the time whenever she goes shopping. She's really insecure about being in everyone's way. She believes that she's always in the way, and
I know
she's
we seen Beth at Walmart.
yeah,
We were
and
doing this stuff,
yeah.
and she was just zoned and
Okay, and so I have to remind her that every single person that's there at Walmart is doing the same thing she is, just
right.
trying to get what they're going to get. And if they're there to socialize and they're there to judge, it's only because they feel like you're judging them. So she feels that way. That means she's doing that to other people.
Right, and she was kind of all dialed up.
Yeah,
looking good.
she looks cute.
It was looks good, and I was like,
Is that Beth?
Is that Beth? What?
Not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Upstairs talking, is that Beth? It looks like Beth, isn't it? I ain't gonna say hi. I didn't know who the hell it was. So,
Right.
hey, is your wife at?
Yeah.
Walmart?
It's like,
Yeah.
yep.
Yep. Oh, that is Beth.
Oh my God.
So we were sitting there doing this number, and she had her headsets in, and
I'm going to tell you a Fred story. It'll be quick, but it's
my
still
what story?
a Fred story.
A Fred story.
It's still going to warp your mind. So prepare for it.
Oh boy. Here we
So
go again,
it warped
folks.
mine. Yeah, it warped mine. So my dad tells me this story multiple times about how they were at a function. He and mom were at a function one time, like with co-op or some crap like that, and there was a woman at the refreshment table who had really nice legs. Apparently, my dad likes legs, and so he said, I was looking at her and I thought, boy, she has really nice legs. I better not let your mom catch me looking. And he said, then she turned around and it was your mom.
Oh my God.
So it that sticks in my head, and I think all the time, people do not know that I am Brandy. Like if I went home like this, they wouldn't be able to identify me as who they knew all along.
So would that be positive, or would that be negative?
Well, it depends, because if I have friends, that want to reconnect, they have no idea who I am. I'm essentially a brand new person, and I have actually had a few people find me because of friend connections or something. Find me and say, "Oh my God, I would have never known that you were the same person."
So what do they say when they find out that you transed over to a man if they didn't know it?
Well, if I had one of my
I'm
friends,
the life coach right now.
Yeah.
I'm just asking.
hard questions.
Yeah.
I had one of my friends actually say, "Oh my gosh," and a woman friend, she said, "Oh my gosh," she said, "I would totally date you, but I'm not a lesbian." Okay, so that's one thing, but a lot of my friends, when they found out, kind of did the same thing like the group did for you. They just canceled me, as people call it now. But
Banned you.
yeah, it was just they are who they are, and I had to accept that. And some of them were family members, and I realized my hat's crooked again.
Just your
I-
head crooked.
I know.
Tilt your head the other way.
Right?
There you
I
go.
realized that those people really, at the end of the day, if they don't come back, don't matter right now.
Right.
not in my life right now, because I had to stop just surviving and giving and giving and giving, and I had to start reaping the benefits. And to reap the benefits, you actually have to acknowledge the effort you're putting in.
Right.
And the moment I did, I sucked. Like
and what
now.
people's got to do, especially if they listen to this and they're not on the Facebook page, get over there on the Facebook page, because you're going to have to check out, one, the movie night coming up, and second was the TikTok video Allison posted.
Alex? Oh, yeah. My daughter Alex.
Right.
Which one?
When she showed you the
the trans video where she
Right.
did the parent reveal. Yeah,
Right.
Alex has her TikTok on my Facebook page. I'm not going to give you her TikTok, but if you go to my Facebook page, you'll see the video Joe's talking about, and it is pretty amazing.
it's
when I
amazing.
saw it, yeah. And it's just her personal journey. It's her personal thoughts, and she actually told me she did not want me watching the videos. So I am not going to just watch, and none of them upset me. She even has one where she's.
Why wouldn't you watch them? Because it goes
Right.
because it
I get
it
to
takes
know who
you
she
back to
is.
where you were, where
Yeah.
you're unhappy or whatnot.
Well, no, she means she doesn't want me watching her TikTok videos.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
she's like, I don't want you watching my TikTok videos because it's weird.
She's not
she
weird.
said
She's hilarious.
Well, she said it's invasive if I watch him. I shouldn't
I
be.
watch them.
I know.
She's being herself.
Right, and even
She
the
doesn't realize
ones,
that.
even the ones where she's got less than good language.
She's being a kid.
Right, and that's exactly what I say. I say, I'm totally proud of everything you do, and none of it affects me. I know that.
And she's doing it, especially you watch them. She's doing a lot better than what these other girls do.
Oh
Because
yeah.
she has the clothes on. She's not revealing herself. She's being herself.
Yeah.
Humor, fun. I like them. She's funny.
I know, I do too. She's great, and I'm in a few of them.
Yep.
So, but she is her own person, and she's searching for who she is creatively. And so she always wants feedback, if what she's creating is nice. And it's the same thing you
very nice.
did.
You got positive feedback from me. Keep it up. I enjoy him.
Yeah. And she's just going to say, well, he's biased. But you know what? I think that she's great. And so y'all check out that video. And I think we're about done here. We've bored them long enough.
Yep. Like I said, get over on the Facebook page. Check out Movie Night.
Yeah.
We need everybody there. Come. I do have the limit to maybe 20 people or so, but yeah, come join the fun. Come see the movie.
Yeah, it would be cool if we had a big turnout.
Yep.
And then we could all shake hands. And, we could get in a circle and sing Kumbaya.
Oh, Lord. My neighbor's going to love me now.
Hey, at least I'm not telling you to be sky-clad. You know what that means? Naked.
Oh, hell no.
Naked.
No.
I would totally strip down and dance in a circle.
Oh, Lord.
But it's just because I hate clothes. They
Make sure you
impede
keep your
so
damn clothes
much.
on. The next day, I'm at a brand new house and the cops show up, and you know what? It's
I
not
know.
me, folks.
And you know what's sad is this is what we're ending this podcast on. So this is the mental image that they're going to get is me naked.
Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go pee.
All right, guys.
All right.
We're going to wrap.
Make me feel nasty. Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Joe, stop it.
Got me some images in my poor little head. Every way I take my hat off, maybe it will go release.
You know what? If you don't stop it, I'm going to full moon you.
No.
I ain't even playing. I will drop trowel right here and moon you.
Hell no. All right. Bye, folks. Have a good one. Love you. See you next trip.
Thank you.
Positively entertaining conversations. The place to go for things you don't know, but maybe you should.
Let's just talk for a minute. Hey, baby, talk over there.
What? There you go. She spoke.
I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Uranus Dental Clinic.
Right? Is it not hilarious? All those are just freaking funny. I
I
love
mean,
it.
how you would have to Uranus lawnmowing service.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be
Right? Anything. Uranus life coaching.
yeah. Uranus plumbing.
That's a good one. I like that. Or Uranus sewing. Dry cleaners. Uranus dry cleaners. It's awesome.